I'm Jim Kircher, and most of us by now know there's a right way and a wrong way to recycle the stuff we can put in our bin, the stuff that's okay, and the stuff that's not okay. Recycling is a market-driven business with a global supply chain that begins right at our curb or in the alley, with a pickup service that costs taxpayers money. So we're really all invested in getting this right. And these days, more people are being told, or at least politely advised, that they're getting it wrong. We had to get up pretty early one Wednesday morning to meet up with these county health department employees in a neighborhood in Ferguson. Their job? Peek into the recycling bins to see if there's stuff there that doesn't belong.
Oh, goodness.
Trash, diapers, food, and especially plastic bags, which can be recycled at stores, but not in bins. And if they see that stuff, they turn the bin around and it will not be emptied by the truck this week. They attach what's called an oops tag telling the homeowner what they did wrong.
Had some things that we call yuck. There were some napkins and paper towels and masks.
This is already being done in some places, but this is a pilot program that will actually analyze if tagging leads to better quality recycling in the long run. And they picked this one neighborhood for the study.
We will be tagging about 4,300 households. And it wasn't random, it was selected because Ferguson is in some ways not very unique. They're a lot like any other community throughout the country.
The other part of the study is happening here at the Republic Services plant, where the neighborhood's recyclables end up. It was last spring, before the pandemic hit and before tagging began, when the loads from that neighborhood were first analyzed.
It catches air and floats around.
Brent Batliner explained that instead of just dumping the stuff from that Ferguson neighborhood in with everything else as they usually do, they were setting it aside in its own pile and doing a detailed analysis of just what was in there.
Friday morning, we're going to clean every bunker out in this plant. We're going to run that pile along with today, tomorrow, and Thursday's material, and we're going to get a baseline of what's in it.
And you're going to have a good sense of how much stuff is good stuff?
Right.
And what percentage is bad stuff?
That is correct.
When they had a good measure, a baseline of the quality of that neighborhood's recycling, they were ready to have the county begin the door-to-door inspections that would take place every week for up to 2 months. But then the pandemic hit and the inspections didn't start until September. And when we met up with them, they still had several more weeks to go.
Okay.
Is that somebody who got tagged before?
Yeah, so they got tagged, and I was really proud of them. They got tagged like 2 weeks in a row, and they completely changed their card. And so
today, so far we're about halfway done, and I can say that we have some promising results.
This type of thin plastic cannot go in. There's just one little piece. They've been good all 3 weeks, so I'm gonna attach it here and leave them a little note that they've been doing a great job.
The idea here is not to punish or shame, but to educate about what goes in and what stays out. And there are plenty of pitfalls.
Yeah, so this is one of the common things we find. The cardboard is definitely recyclable and a great thing that they put in the can. However, you have to take this plastic wrap off. Yep. So back to the grocery store or in your trash can in the recycling bin.
Are you getting any complaints, any dissatisfaction with that?
We get some phone calls. Fortunately, all of them have resolved positively. I think that people are making the effort to recycle and put things in their cart to be recycled. They want to know how to do it right, and they don't mind taking the few things out. Usually it's a matter of oh, I didn't know that. And so they're happy. And then at the end of the Oops Tag thing, we're giving them thank yous and letting them know what a great job they're doing.
But the real test will be when the tagging ends. And then every bin will be emptied by the trucks and delivered to the Republic plant.
Once that's over, we're going to do the same thing. We'll shut the plant down again, we'll isolate 2 weeks of their material, and we'll do a secondary audit to see if we see an improvement on things we don't want. So
that was back in March, and the pandemic has since changed people's habits. People and kids are spending more time at home, getting lots more deliveries coming in packages, But Badliner, who joined us that morning in Ferguson, says he doesn't really think that will skew the analysis.
You know, we think we'll see a little bit of COVID results in there, maybe more cardboard than last time because of home delivery. But what we're really looking for is a reduction in contamination. And that's the number we're really looking for. I can tell you already visually, we're seeing a little bit of difference on some of these routes. Not by weight, but I have an auditor that visually audits loads when they come in, and we're already starting to see a little bit of reduction in things like the plastic bags and wrap. So far, we're very happy with the program.
If the early indications hold up, if this one neighborhood, after the tagging stops, has cut down on the trash and other contaminants in their recycling bins, the OOPS program will have been a success.
The county would love to scale this up. If we get good results from this pilot, we're hoping to scale it up, but first to the unincorporated trash districts and then to municipalities. And we have a mechanism where we believe we can help municipalities fund it, and we can really do something to make an impact then region-wide.
You know?
It must be nice, though, to know that you do have an impact when you do
Yeah,
this.
I keep saying that. Like, I keep telling Ian and people that I work with, I keep telling them, I feel like a proud mother every time I give a thank you. I don't know. I assume that's what mothers feels like. But yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to still put great job because I'm still proud of them.